The young learner reading student will find her file and hand it to the instructor. The instructor will then start a young learner's progress report in which she will note the student's arrival time. Since this student is reading only, she will also mark the end time as 20 minutes later. The instructor will then open the file and begin with any books of corrections. In the young learner room, the corrections are to be done with an instructor. The instructor is paying careful attention and watching for correct spelling and good penmanship. Also, the instructor is there to keep the student focused on their work. After all the corrections have been done and the pages have been checked off, the instructor will check off the front of the book and send the book home. The young learner will then begin today's work. This student is in Word Builders, so she will read the appropriate storybook. She will begin by reading the vocabulary words in the front of the book. These words are not sight words and may be sounded out. The student will then read the whole book out loud while the instructor listens to make sure the student is pronouncing everything correctly. The student will then answer the comprehensions at the end of the book. This book is then checked off and sent home. The student will then practice either their Dolch or Fry list. The Dolch list is meant to be a list of sight words. These are not to be sounded out. If the student has trouble with the word, circle the word and have the student practice the word for next time. The Fry list is not necessarily a sight word list. These words may be sounded out. Now the student is ready for their booklet work. This is a Word Builders book in which they will do 3 pages. The first page are the vocabulary words. These may be sounded out with help from the instructor. After reading the instructions, the student will begin her work. The instructor is watching again for correct spelling and penmanship. Once everything has been checked off, the instructor will make sure the student has enough work until their next appointment. The instructor then fills out the rest of the young learner's progress report. She will write down the booklet work they worked on, the storybook the student read, and any words that may need to be practiced at home. She will also write any special instructions for the parents. This will be placed on the front of the student's box. She will then fill out the record sheet and write down all of the books that the student is currently working on. Once she has completed both checkout sheets, the student is ready to go.